How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's having a great day. This video, a little different than what I usually do. Usually I do my reviews or, rants or even my predictions. But this is a little different. I thought, it was time to switch it up. This video is about my life journey. Now, disclaimer, it's nothing exciting. It's not like, oh, one day I just traveled to Dubai and, I sail the seas of the Atlantic Ocean. No, it's not exciting, alright? This isn't Casey Neistat, so sorry if this bores you, but this is just, like I said, it's just about my life journey. And really, it didn't come to me until like last night, where I was like, you know what, I need to share this. Not in a way of like, oh, look at me, this and that. No, it was more of, I need to share this because this might help someone. It might help whoever's watching this. Disclaimer, I'm not saying it will, or that's my job, but I just felt like I just need to express it, need to share it. So, really, I want to say maybe about 2 years, almost 2 years ago, I was in a very dark place in my life. You know what? No, we'll start even further than that. My life journey also deals with my weight. I've always had a problem with my weight ever since I was like in elementary school. That's when like I started to get big, when I started to really love food, and so yeah, I became that fat kid. And the sad thing is, you know how kids are. Kids can be ruthless. So I was bullied a lot for my my size. I was bullied being the fat kid. On top of that, being the new kid, which that's a thing too. Always been the new kid. Like I've moved like 5 or 6 times, so I've always been the new kid. But yeah, and it went from elementary on to about like my freshman, kind of my sophomore year of high school, where I was still big and I was still getting bullied, and it wasn't until I moved to Orlando once again becoming a new kid, and of course I don't know anyone. I don't even know where my classes are. So it's like, yep, back to, square one. But then living in Orlando, and I was only there for like a year and a half maybe. But I don't know, it's just something happened where I decided to, lose weight, and try to open up, because even, to this day, I'm an introvert, but not as bad as I once was. I used to be really bad. Like if I was at home and someone knocked on the door, I'm running to my room. It could be freaking relative knocking on the door, but I'm so scared, which I don't do that anymore. Thank goodness, because that would be sad. But no, so living in Orlando, I was like, you know what, I really need to lose weight. I really want to do this. And so I did. And it wasn't anything, like, oh, I tried this new diet plan, or I was, running every morning, freaking 16 miles a day. No. Oh, God, no. It was just mainly I cut out soda, I stopped eating late at night, and I didn't go to the gym, but we had a pool in the backyard, so I would do laps every day. And it was during the summer that I started doing this. And, and I credit my mom for suggesting these options. And so I did it. And say it took me maybe half a year, maybe, that I lost a lot of weight. Like, it was like 200, and I went down to I think the lowest I got was 150-ish. But yeah, I was looking good, I was feeling good, and on top of that, I started opening up. Started making friends, started talking to people. Still was having trouble with talking to girls, but that's just me. I still deal with that. But it just seemed like everything was getting good. And then my mom got sicker with lung cancer. She was sick beforehand, but it seemed like she was gonna fight it. Like, she was gonna, beat this thing. While everyone else was like, oh, you only have a couple months to live or whatever. But no, she was, proving them wrong. She was doing her physical therapy. She was trying to walk again. And she was really trying to fight it. And me seeing that, I mean, I don't know what else can make me more happier to see my mom trying to kick cancer's butt. But at the end of the day, it's cancer. And unfortunately, cancer kicked her butt. So she got sicker. My stepdad, got laid off. And so, yeah, we had to move. And that sucked. That sucked a lot, because I was, for once, starting to feel comfortable. Felt like I was being a new me, and I just felt like that door was just slammed right in my face. And that's no one's fault, it's just life, that's what happens. But I didn't know how to handle it. So we moved into my stepdad's mom's house, so my grandma's. And, once again, becoming a new kid. And it was so depressing, eating, or sometimes not even eating at the cafeteria, just sitting by myself, not talking to anyone, kind of being made fun of because I'm a quiet new kid. And it sucked. But I really wasn't gaining weight. I was still cutting out sodas and stuff. I mean, I was eating a little bit more, but it wasn't like a drastic, thing. And then my mom passed away. And this was, so we're talking about high school. So this was she passed away in 2010, so it was 7 years ago. But yeah, she passed away, and that just, it ruined me. It devastated me, because me and my mom were like this, we're best friends. And so, yeah, and I was 18 years old when she passed away. And so, but yeah, that was hard. But senior year came around, and just like the same thing in Orlando, starting to try and open up. Not as much, but I was trying. And, I made some friends, tried to talk to some girls, and everything seemed great, and then graduated, went to a community college. So, I mean, they were okay, Once, I didn't feel so much as a new kid because realized, well, we're all new in college, and it's college, so who cares, you know? That was the thing about college that I miss, is that it was not like high school. You know, there was no drama. It was just really like, all right, you have to take responsibility. You know, it's really up to you if you want to go to class or not. You know, teachers don't care. So, so yeah, my freshman year, and I ended up, you know, having this girl in my class, or in two of my classes, but it was really my reading class that we really started to bond. You know, I would sit with her and we would, you know, do the work and all that stuff. And we were friends for about 4-6 months, and then all of a sudden we hooked up. You know, we were in a relationship for 2.5 years, and in the beginning it was great. You know, like I don't know if I can really say this, because number one, she was my first girlfriend, and two, it's still the only relationship I've been in. So I don't know if I can really make this statement, but whatever, I'll make it. Normally that's how relationships goes, I guess, where, you know, the first year or so, you know, it's all butterflies, everything's great, and then it, you know, it doesn't go downhill. I'm not saying that, but you know, it kind of like you hit reality. And yeah, really I want to say it was our second year where it was just, the spark wasn't there, you know. And even though I knew that, but I was so in denial that, you know, I was trying so hard, you know, to fight. You know, I was trying so hard to fight for us, and realizing I was just fighting a losing battle, and that I need to give up. And then, you know, we broke up, but we remained friends. And, you know, realizing it was just too hard for me to go from having someone you would call, you know, the love of your life, to now just being your friend. It's hard. It's, you know, freaking night and day, you know. And then, yeah, I just realized it was just too much. And that's when I personally went downhill. I didn't have a car. I mean, I had a job, but really wasn't working like the greatest of hours. I felt like a black sheep of my family. Not because of them, it was just, you know, the thing is, the mind can be a beautiful thing, but it can also be a dangerous thing. And at this point, it was a dangerous thing. So in my mind, I was thinking, oh, I'm not good enough for anyone. Not good enough for, obviously, for my girlfriend. You know, I'm not good enough for my family. So you know what? I'm just gonna, you know, shut everyone out. So I wouldn't be home for days. I would be staying by myself in a hotel room, walk there to work and go back. I guess you would say, eating myself to death. You know, I was just eating nothing but fast food. You know, it was horrible. And, you know, I had suicide thoughts. You know, it never got to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. Thank God, it never got to that point. But it did get to the point where, in my mind, I was having these suicide thoughts, and I was feeling comfortable with it. Like, I was okay with it. Like, you know what? If today is the day, well, so be it. And that's scary. You know, because in my mind, I was thinking, oh, no one's going to care. No one's really going to miss me. Which is obviously a big lie. And so I just wanted to give up on life. I wanted to give up on myself. I just wanted to be done with it. I could not see the positive in life. I could not see the bright side. All I could see is the negativity with more negativity, and I was done. I was done with it. And then all of a sudden, you know, I got blessed with this car, which I know a lot of you people might be wondering, oh, there's a lot of videos in your car. What's that all about? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. It's just a thing I do. Maybe I'll switch it up. Who knows? But yeah, I was blessed with the car, which gave me really opportunity to be able to go out with friends, you know, to go places. And one of the places to go to is the gym. Because I just got to the point where I was like, not only do I look unhealthy, but I feel unhealthy. You know, I just felt blah, you know? I mean, I was pushing like 220, 230. And I'm a short dude. Like, I'm 5'4", 5'5", at best. Which, it's not my fault, right? I didn't go to, you know, Heights R Us and was like, hey, you have 6 foot? Nah, well, we got 5'4". Okay, that'll do. No. But, so yeah, you can only just imagine of how, like, with that much weight on a small, you know, small person, that's not a good look. And definitely it didn't feel good either. And so I ended up going to the gym, ended up getting a membership. And, you know, in the beginning, started going like maybe 2 times a week, whatever. And then I just realized, you know, I gotta hit harder. You know, I gotta keep going. And that's what I did. You know, I started going to the gym, you know, 4 or 5 times a week, going after work, going on my days off. I just kept going. And, you know, I started seeing the weight, you know, or really the number on the scale starting to go down. But it wasn't until like, because, you know, I see myself every day. So I wasn't really seeing like any drastic changes. But when I've had coworkers and friends and family members be like, oh wow, you've lost some weight, you know, yada yada yada. And that just gave me the confidence, like, wow, I must be doing something good. And I just kept going at it. Which I don't want to say, because I know right now it comes across like, oh, it's easy, just go to gym, all good. The weight, it just comes off. And I wish that was true. I really wished. But no, it's really hard. It is very hard. Even to this day, sometimes it's difficult. Where it's like, you know, you just wake up and you're like, man, I don't want to go to the gym. You know, I really don't. But for me personally, it's when I get there and I start working out, that's when I'm like, all right, I love being at the gym. But it's just getting to the gym, you know, just going through the motions of getting, you know, your things ready for the gym and driving down to the gym. It's like, man, I could be sleeping in for at least another hour or 2. But, no, I just, you know, keep going. So yeah, so before I went to the gym, Like I said, I was pushing around 220, 230. And I checked my weight this morning, and 176. To be honest with you, I can't remember the last time I was down. I can't remember the last time I've seen that number. It had to be like maybe junior year of high school. And it's great. But the thing is, I'm not content. You know, I'm not at the point where I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm good. No, I realized, you know what? I want to keep going, you know? And I don't really have like a goal like, oh, I want to be this weight or whatever. I just want to get to the point where I look good, but more importantly, I feel good, you know? And I definitely feel a lot better than I did just a year or two ago. I definitely look better than I did a year or two ago. So, yeah. And another thing with this journey that helped me a lot, of course, you know, going to the gym and stuff helped, but finding Jesus, you know. And I know that's a touchy subject. I know people might be like, oh, here we go again. But for me personally, giving my life to Jesus, probably hands down the best decision I've ever made. Because it's made me look at life in such a different way. You know, start looking at the positives, you know. Start loving life, you know. And that doesn't mean every day I wake up, oh man, I love life, woo! No. There are some mornings where I'm like, oh, no. But I get through it. Whereas before, I let that just control my whole day. Now it's like, yeah, I may wake up being all like, oh man, here we go. Go to work and then go to the gym and do this and do that. But then I get through it. And even when I have a rough day or if I'm going through a tough time, just knowing that God is always there. You know, He'll never leave me. He'll never forsake me. I don't know about you, but for me, that feels great. You know, because as humans, I hate to say it, but that we disappoint each other. You know, we're not always going to be there for each other. You know, not as much as we would like, but it's true. You know. And especially if you make a mistake, there's going to be people who be like, oh, nope, I'm done. Whereas God is like, alright, well, you fell down, you know, you stumbled, but I'm going to pick you up and dust you off, and here we go, let's try it again, you know. And it's such, it's just awesome. It really is. And I don't, you know, I'm not doing this video as like, hey, you need to find Jesus and you need to do this. No. I'm not that kind of Christian. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say what an impact He has done for me in my life, and just how great He is, you know. And, you know, some people, they'll find Jesus their own time. You know, on their own time, even though there are moments where I'm like, oh man, I just wish you knew how good He was, you know. But like I said, on your own time, you'll discover it. But really, it just comes down just, I don't know, being a good person, you know. Because there are not just Christians, but other religious people will be like, well, I'm this, so I'm better than you. You wouldn't hear me say that. I am nowhere near perfect, and I would be a hypocrite if I was like, oh, well, what you're doing right now is really bad. Did you know that is a sin? I would be a hypocrite. You know, so, yeah. Which that's another thing that has changed my life, is not being so judgmental and, you know, being so like, no. Even though, you know, growing up, you know, I was told different things about God. Not in a bad way, but there was just certain things where, let me just say it this way. I was fearing God, but not in a way that he should be feared. I feared him as if, like, he was just disciplined. Like, if you do bad, I'm going to punish you. But hey, if you did good, I'll reward you. But realizing that's not the case. You know, it's regardless if you did something good or if you made a mistake, I'm still going to love you. And so now I just view him as, I fear him, but out of respect, you know. I fear him as out of respect that, hey, you're God and you've made me. I'm here because of you. So, but how long is it? Yeah, 27 minutes long. Man. But yeah, that's really it, you know. I think the main point is to not give up. Even if it seems like everyone's against you, it seems like there's just no win, there is a win. And I'm not even speaking as like, oh, you need to find Jesus, or you need to go to the gym, or you need to do this. No, I'm just simply saying, don't give up. Please don't give up. Because I was at the point where I even played with the thought of giving up. Life is more than that, right? There's a reason to live. And like I said, I know it's tough. You know. And I'm not here saying, oh, boo-hoo, my life is horrible. No. When you look at it, it's not. It's just your typical, oh, I got bullied and I got fat. I got through a breakup with my ex. While there's other people who's going through a lot worse. But either if you're going through a lot worse or something as small as my problems, don't give up. Don't give up. Well, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you enjoy this video. Hopefully this helps you out or whoever's watching this. But like I always say, see you in the other videos.